The full Play It Today breakdown is linked in the description on theircheck.com, and Gradius is one of the rare cases where the modern answer is better than the historical one. You can play it legally in several ways now, but for most people, the best starting point is Gradius Origins, not the bare arcade release. Gradius still makes sense today because its core idea is clean and powerful. You are not just dodging and shooting. You are building a ship. Speed-ups, missiles, lasers, options, shields, every upgrade changes how safe or dangerous the next section feels. That power-up system is the reason Gradius matters. It is also the reason it can be brutal. When Gradius goes well, it feels controlled and elegant. You learn the stage, build your loadout, and start threading through pressure with confidence. When it goes badly, one death can strip away your upgrades, send you back to a checkpoint, and turn recovery into the real fight. That is the wall for modern players, so the recommendation is positive, but with caveats. Gradius is still worth playing. It is not just a museum piece, but newcomers should avoid starting in the harshest possible format, unless they already know they enjoy old arcade shooters. If you want a quick legal sample, and you already have Nintendo Switch Online, the NES version through Nintendo Classics is fine. If you want the clean single game arcade release, Arcade Archives Gradius on Switch or PS4 is the focused route, but for most first-time players, Gradius Origins is the clear recommendation. That is the version to start with. Gradius Origins includes the original arcade Gradius inside a broader collection of Gradius and Salamander arcade titles. More importantly, it adds modern tools that actually matter here: save states, rewind, Invincible Mode, training mode, gallery material, and other support features. Those are not just comfort extras. They help you understand a game that can punish mistakes very sharply. Arcade Archives Gradius still has a real place. It is the best option if you want only the first arcade game in a focused official release, with arcade-style settings and online rankings. For purists, that is a sensible purchase. But if the question is, what should most people play first? Gradius Origins wins because it teaches better. It gives you room to practice the hard parts without asking you to absorb the full arcade punishment immediately. That is especially important because Gradius is not difficult in a confusing way, it is difficult in a recovery way. You often know what went wrong. The problem is surviving after it happens. Before starting, remember this: staying powered up is not a bonus. It is the backbone of the game. Do not treat upgrades like optional rewards. Your ship speed, attack coverage, and defensive safety are all tied to that system. If you die after building momentum, you may come back underpowered in a section designed to pressure a much stronger ship. That is where many new players bounce off. Use the modern tools to learn. Rewind to understand a pattern. Use training mode to practice a rough section. Use Invincible Mode if you want to study the layout without being stopped every few seconds. That does not erase the game's identity. It lets you see why the identity works. Gradius is absolutely still worth playing, but do not start with the most punishing route just to prove a point. Start with Gradius Origins, learn the rhythm, and move to Arcade Archives only if you want the cleaner arcade test.